Hello and welcome back to Milk It Reviews. Now, you may have seen that I'm a bit of a fan of 511 luggage. Right, it's brought about through having luggage in the past that you've paid a lot of money for, and unfortunately it doesn't stand the test of time, especially the way some baggage handlers tend to sling it around for us when we can't see what they're doing. Right, well, this is the smallest roller bag that 511 produce. It's the DC FLT line. It's in double tap. Right, when I got this, I really wanted black, but unfortunately they didn't have black. So we went for the next best thing. Right, I wanted black just to match the rest of it that I've got. I've got to say I'm very, very impressed with the quality of these roller cases. There's too much that's out there for sale which looks the part, which really doesn't stand up to what it's designed for. Unfortunately, I'm doing this review indoors because the weather's really, really manky, and I wanted to do this one outdoors, but I'm sure you can work out for yourselves just how well it pulls along, especially if you want to have a look at the others. This I've had for a while, and I've been conducting a little bit of an unofficial test, and it was brought about by a claim that 511 make, and it states in their catalogue that it meets the US carry-on specifications for hand luggage. Now, to me, I've never used hand luggage that's this sort of size, and I was just wondering, right, just how, you know, true that actually was. Right, now I've done a little bit of digging online, looked at various requirements of airlines. Friends of mine have actually used this, right, as I have, right, and nobody has had a problem with using this as a carry-on hand luggage, which is good, very, very good, because for some people, if you were just doing a weekend, this is more than big enough. You wouldn't need any other luggage, right, believe me. The actual size of this is 22 inches by 14 by 11 inches high, deep, whatever way you want to call it. We'll give a quick run through on the outside. You've got a nice handy pocket here, which the label's still in. Right, good of some people to throw me bits and pieces away. I like to keep those labels, but it's got a nice pocket in there, which is very handy for those bits and pieces that you need to get your hands on it quickly. Right, this next pocket here is lockable. Right, it's also padded. It's an ideal size to fit a laptop in there. Right, or you can leave your tablet or what have you. Right, I'm not too sure what's in here, but well, that's the foam padding. If you really wanted to, you could put a board in there or something just to give it a bit more protection. Right, but I say that's lockable, padlock lockable. 511 logo on there, which is rather nice. We'll let ourselves into the main compartment, and first of all we've got the actual main compartment here. It's all fully lined, which is really nice. Got a removable mesh bag in there, right, for toiletries, dirty socks and underpants, that sort of thing, right, which is really quite a nice added feature. Could use it as a wash bag if you wanted to. Right, you've got some tie down straps in here, right, which you can compress from each side, which is another nice touch to it. Ooh. You can unzip the outer. Look at that, I didn't even notice that. It's the first time I noticed that zip. That runs all the way around, so you can obviously remove that. Right, and we have a zip that runs down the centre here, which lets us into the main workings to put along the side of it. Right, Another thing is it stops customs cutting the inside out of your bag, I suppose, when we've seen any of these TV programmes where they think you might have hidden something in your bag. Well, they can unzip this rather than slice it up with their very favourite Leatherman tool they've just got for Christmas. I'll just spin this round, because inside the lid you've got another zip up mesh bag. Ideal. I mean, you could easily tuck shirts in there that are ironed just to keep them nice and flat and crease free. Right, now the other bit that I do like about this, just zip that up. We've got another zipper. That goes this way. And when we've unzipped that, you'll notice you get another couple of inches expansion on the bag itself, which is, if you was my wife packing this, you'd want another 10 inches, right, because you wouldn't be happy with 2. Right, but no, when it comes down to it, right, it's just that little bit of extra expansion there if you need it. Now, on this end, we've got a very robust grab handle. We've got the strap here so that we can, I don't know if you've ever looked on 511's website, but they got some videos of these bags. And they've got 2 or 3 of them, and they've connected them to each other. And you just pull one and the others follow along. It's a bit like a train. Well, that's the idea of this strap, right? It's so that you can connect this to another 511 bag, and so on and so on. Use an infinite number of bags you can connect from one to the other. Got another grab handle on the side here, and there's a pretty discreet one on the bottom there, ideal for grabbing this if you did that, put it into the luggage train, right? It's just a nice easy way of grabbing hold of it. Right, we just turn this over because the real, well, sorry, let's just cover this, right? You've got some laser cut molly attachment points here that's loop side velcro. Right, same on the other side. Right, if you had several of you with these bags, you just stick a nameplate on there or something, you know, that gives you that little bit of extra identification. The wheels. How many times have you seen somebody putting a trolley round, or putting one of these cases around an airport, right, and the wheel's wonky and broken? Right, everywhere you look on this, everything's double reinforced, right? You've got the corner points, right? These are big chunks that are reinforced here. The stainless steel axles that run through the wheels themselves are solid, right? And they really, really are very, very robust. Right, you know, I mean, everywhere you look on this, it's built like a tank. Right, it's no other way to put it. I've said this about other bigger bags of theirs, which was actually what sort of like drew me towards this. I thought, you know, if the other bags are that good, is this one going to be just as good? Right, and then will it go and allow us to use this as hand luggage? Well, so far, what everybody's fed back to me is it's not been a problem. Right, you've got an ID label holder thing there. Right, you can tuck a name and phone number card in there if you wanted to. Right, got the pull-out handle here, right, and that locks in place, right, with the release button nicely in there. And the whole thing is just so wickedly constructed, right? I cannot fault that in any way, shape or form. I wish I could in some respects, because I do get the odd occasion, right, where people, they comment, they say, well, you must be paid by 511 because you never say anything negative. I do say negative things, but unfortunately they're not very often, and they're never really that serious, because there isn't anything that negative and that serious to say. And that is the only reason that it doesn't happen. Believe me, if this bag, the wheel had fallen off, right, I would have been talking to you about a 511 bag that the wheels dropped off. But it hasn't happened, right? You know, it's very, very good. Very impressed with it. Everybody that has used this in the last few months have been equally as impressed. And in fact, 2 of my colleagues have actually gone out and bought them because they'd used this. And the crazy thing is with it, one of them had only recently bought an equal size bag for about 1/10 of the cost of this. And he gave that bag to his daughter. I went out and bought one of these. Right, he said, because the whole thing, he said the bag that he got and bought, everything about it felt so rickety and it was about to fall apart that every time he pulled it behind him, he was waiting for something to break on it. With this, he never had that thought or that impression, right? So everybody that's actually used this, and this has been handed around a bit in the last few months, believe you me, and this has travelled more miles in the last few months than I've in the last 10 years. So that is saying something. Right, so, you know, I mean, it's been around the houses, it's performed incredibly well, and I'm over the moon with it, right, and I just can't wait to have the time and the National Lottery win so I can go out and use it some more. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new to Meal Kit Reviews, please hit the subscribe button. That way you're going to keep yourself up to date with any updates and new videos that are released. Right, there are quite a few planned for the next few months of this year. Right, and most important of all, if you've got any queries or questions at all in relation to this or any other 511 product, please feel free to drop me a line. Right, if I don't know the answer, I'll find you someone that does. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.